The greatest basketball player that has ever lived, Michael Jordan, just admitted something I would never thought he would admit in his life. And in this video, I'm going to reveal that and some very powerful lessons around this story that I just read. This article right here came across my feed. Michael Jordan makes shocking personal announcement during his broadcasting debut. Number one, I clicked through that straight away because that headline was so amazing. This is lesson number one, is if you're writing any type of copy, whether it's for a YouTube video headline or email or ads, anything that you're looking to get attention and draw people in, you can take a very valuable lesson out of that headline. Because I immediately clicked it because number one, it's Michael Jordan. It's someone we're all familiar with. And number two, there's a lot of curiosity in there. I clicked through because, oh my goodness, what is he announcing? What happened to him? That's where I went. I thought something happened to him. I read the article and it was a great story about how Mike Tirico interviewed him, because the NBA is now back on NBC and they're interviewing Jordan during the halftime of the games. And they were talking about how he had not picked up a basketball in years. And he was recently at the Ryder Cup, which is a golf tournament between the United States and Europe that they play every 2 years. And he was renting a house. The owner of the house had a basketball court and he brought his grandkids to the home and asked Jordan to shoot a free throw in front of his grandkids. And Jordan agreed, but also admitted to Tirico that he was nervous. And when I heard this, I was like, well, this guy gets nervous? Seriously? Because I put him on this massive pedestal as a youngster. And even now, he was always my childhood hero. He's on my wall back there. Like, I love the guy. And I always thought that he was superhuman and he's got it all figured out. And that doesn't happen to him. So to hear him say that he was nervous to shoot a free throw when just a few people were watching was just something that really hit me hard. And I shared it in my communities this morning. And there's been some great feedback on this so far. At the end of this, when you strip it all away, we're just all human beings and we all have the same feelings. We all have the same emotions. There was something that he said years ago when I was younger that had always stuck with me because I've had the opportunity to watch him play live, and he never let me down. I was always like, this is the most amazing experience I've ever seen. And I remember he was so famous. Like when I was near him, I felt like, and I was literally this close to him, I felt like, man, there's nobody that could possibly make me feel this way in terms of, wow, this guy's so famous and so good. And I just look at him as not a human being. It was that surreal, but he is. He still has the same feelings, right? The nervousness. But he said this during an interview, which was because a lot of people would ask him, hey, why don't you just take a night off? You know, like you don't have to go all out all the time. And this is what he said, which has always stuck with me, which was every time that I play a game, someone is seeing me play for the first time, probably a lot of people. And I want to make sure that I give my best for them. And that really always stuck with me. And one of my favorite quotes is, be your best regardless of circumstance. He could have taken those nights off. He could have, even on the court, he could have just maybe played at 70% speed, but he never did. He played 100% all the time. Be your best regardless of circumstance. So the takeaway here for me, and for you, if you're watching this video and you're holding back on something because you're nervous or you're scared, like to do the thing, maybe to launch your first business or your first YouTube video or your first email or anything that you're feeling nervous about because of what might happen. And I would just venture a guess that his nervousness came from him missing the shot. If I miss this, how is this going to look? I'm Michael Jordan. I have to live up to this. He was fearful that he would not. And you are fearful that you might miss, but he still took the shot. That is the lesson. You still have to take the shot.